What's up guys, my name is Joshua and welcome to Souspeas Cooking. So ever since the pandemic hit, I've always wanted to figure out an easier way to cut the time and effort it takes to get from groceries to a hot meal on the table. So then it hit me, so why don't I just try out one of those meal prep boxes out online? Anyone who has done research on meal prep and planning has probably run into one of these ads. So I tried a few boxes here and there, but none of them really stood out to me. They either use too much plastic for packaging or they're too damn expensive. And so I stumbled upon Everyplate, the meal subscription kit that claims to be the most affordable meal kit out there for everyone. So in this video, we're going to be talking about whether getting a subscription from Everyplate is going to be worth it, and in the bigger picture, whether or not meal kits are worth it on the long run. I'll show you guys what you can expect from your boxes, how to cook one of the recipes included, as well as the pros and cons from my experience. Hopefully this helps you make the informed decision on whether or not meal subscription boxes are worth it. And by the way, this video is not sponsored by Everyplate, nor does it have any affiliation with this channel. I'm just reviewing this for fun. Okay, so I just got my Everyplate box a while ago, and I already opened it up just so that I would have easier access to the box and its contents. And here it is. And I thought I'd just show you guys what's inside the box so you guys know exactly what to expect from this subscription box and see if it truly is America's best value meal kit. So just gonna open this flap right here. So right when you open, you can see the 4 illustrated guides for the meals that you ordered. So I'm having 4 meals this week, so that means I will have 4 these guides. So with each guide comes a very nice photograph with what you're making, the prep time, how long it takes for it to finish, and it also is pretty transparent because it shows you exactly what they're sending you inside the box and exactly what you need from the pantry outside of it. So that's pretty neat. Now on the other side, you have the list of steps that you need to complete in order to finish each dish. And I like how their instructions are pretty detailed, and they even have all the ingredients and key steps bolded and or highlighted, so that's really good for clarity since I'm usually pretty bad at reading, to be honest, but that's a really nice detail. And I noticed that like most of these dishes only take 6 steps to complete, so not the worst. Yeah, so here are the 3 other ones. Okay, I'm just gonna put this aside. And beneath that, we just have like this coupon referral code thing. Just gonna put that aside. And then what I like about this box is the insulated padding that they include. So this keeps all the contents cool even during the summer heat. And as long as you find your box outside in a timely fashion, you should be good. All the ingredients inside should still be cool enough for you to use. So I'm just going to check my ingredients rather quickly for any damages, of course, and we'll check if any of these are rotted. Okay, so the box that I just pulled out is just basically full of the the veggies and all the other groceries that you need for your recipe. And beneath that box, you get all the frozen goods. So I'm just going to go ahead and put all of these inside the freezer, and then in the next few clips, I will show you how the actual recipe goes. So now let's talk about the pros and cons from my experience. I think one of the main takeaways is this excellent price point. Everyplate does come up with many promos often, and it can drastically reduce the price of each serving of your meal from $5 a serving to $1.79 a serving. So they also have superior customer support. In one of the weeks that I received my box, some of the produce came spoiled, and when I reached out to customer support, they came back to me relatively quickly and gave me some of the credits back for the following week. What I also liked was the relatively little packaging for the food and supplemental ingredients. I also liked that there was relatively little packaging for their groceries and supplemental ingredients. And when you look at their main website, they have a really clean UI that helps you navigate and make the choices that you need every single week. And I also like that there was a decent option pool for the meal choices every single week. And with the many choices that you're allowed to make, you can also substitute some of the sides out that you don't like. And for example, if you see potatoes coming up more and more often, you can also choose to substitute for something like green beans or something like broccoli. And lastly, in comparison to other meal prep companies, I liked how this one was very transparent in what was being included inside of the box, as well as what is not included inside of the box. I know some of the meal kit companies out there don't really tell you what you need to buy outside of it and what you need stocked inside your pantry in order to cook the recipe that's on the list. And probably most importantly, the shipping comes frequently on the time that you choose on the website. And it always arrives cold and fresh. And now here's the juicy part, the cons. So one of the cons I'd say for Everyplate is that the recipes aren't exactly health conscious. Many of the recipes do involve needing butter in order to make the recipe flavorful and well-rounded. And sometimes the same ingredients may appear too many times in a week. So for example, in one of the weeks that I experienced this, so actually I was able to experience Everyplate for a total of 4 weeks. And in one of these weeks, I had to have potatoes as a side for 3 out of 5 times in a week. So needless to say, I kind of got tired of having potatoes because it doesn't really matter how you prepare the potatoes. It really does tire you out eventually. So this next con kind of connects with the previous one. There were very few plant-based options, and also Everyplate does not really cater to specific dietary needs. So if you were vegetarian, vegan, or keto friendly, you probably have a hard time with the meal options given every single week. What I also didn't like was that it comes in a relatively disorganized box, and you probably have to spend extra time reorganizing the box, especially if you have a small fridge. You also have to pay $9 for shipping every single week, which is definitely pretty expensive compared to other things that you might get delivered. And finally, what probably bothers me the most is the misleading preparation times. And now I get it, with more servings comes more preparation time. However, when I had one extra partner along with me to cook, it often took me 20 extra minutes to complete 2 servings listed on the Everyplate guide. And for someone who is a relatively experienced home cook, that can be quite of a hassle, especially when you expect meal kits to help you cut down the preparation and cooking time. Now to answer the question you guys have all been waiting for, is this worth it? So despite the cons that I listed, I would definitely say yes. Every meal kit company definitely has their disadvantages as well as their advantages. Honestly, the sheer amount of value that you get from planning on a weekly basis what you want to eat daily is such a huge deal. And when you couple it with cutting down the unnecessary expenses that generally accumulate every time you go to the grocery store, buying all the things that you don't need, definitely makes this a steal. If you enjoyed the video or if you learned something, please make sure to hit the like and subscribe button because your support helps me push out better content. Thank you guys for watching and see you on the next one.